we have Marty Dickinson, who is not only the founder of Speaker Speak Live, but he is a 30-year business owner, a professional services provider to hundreds and advisor to thousands. His business growth company here next year has endured 4 economic recessions, 6 slowdowns, and 4 tragic events, including 9/11, the real estate bubble of 2008. His speaking topic throughout that time has always been demonstrating up to 128 specific methods to attracting sales opportunities. And today, Marty is sharing a preview focused on how business owners and leaders can stay adaptable and opportunity ready, even in unpredictable time. Over the next 10 minutes, you will get just a glimpse into the business longevity blueprint so that your business can stay steady in a sketchy economy. Please help me welcome Marty Dickinson.
My daughter is always after me about these sayings that come home with her, like fire is a good example. She came home from her job at Starbucks and said, "I can't believe it. Somebody gave me a $20 tip." And I said, "Wow, that's the fire." And she says, "No, Dad, it's not the fire. It's just fire. It's fire. Can you just get it right?" So there are all kinds of strange words out there, and one of those strange words is sketchy. I learned that one too from my kids, and it seems like that is where we are with the economy because everybody that you talk to, either the economy is going super amazing or super unpredictable, and we don't know what's going to happen. And that is a problem because everybody can agree that the economy's sketchy. We really don't know what's going to happen. And when things are sketchy, well, that's when uncertainty becomes the most expensive cost in your business. And nobody's talking about it. So I really want to hit this item hard today because I want to prevent you from experiencing one of the largest costs in that you could possibly have in your business. And it all starts with your longevity is not about predicting what's next, but how you respond when you don't know what is coming next. Business leaders have stopped believing that meaningful growth is even possible because the economy feels so unpredictable. And that raises a big challenge, not because they're incapable, but because they are afraid of appearing reckless. Do you feel that if you made some mistakes, that people would accuse you as a leader of your business that you were reckless? Well, of course it happens all the time. Why did that person make that decision so quickly? Why didn't they talk to me? Why didn't they ask more questions? This is what you're going to see over the coming year. That because people are not because they're incapable of making the right decisions, they're just afraid. So what happens? You become paralyzed and you do nothing. And that can be even more dangerous. When the uncertainty creeps in, that's when your ambition is going to just come to a screeching halt. And this is what we really need to avoid if we're going to have real business longevity in the future. So I'd like to share a case study of a company that I've been working with over the past year. And it's an established company, so they wanted to start to make a bold move. They wanted to start an entire new division in their company. Zero money for it. They had to self-fund it. They had goals. They had no employees. They even brought somebody in from the outside to be the sole employee, and that person happened to be one of my clients. And they brought him in, and he was just kind of getting started with the speaking business, so he's definitely on a different track now. But he and I worked together to bring this division of the company off the ground, and they've done a great job. It hasn't been all easy, but what makes the difference was not believing that the economy was strong or weak, but they had a plan. They had a plan, and they saw this vision that they wanted to get to. And the first goal, it was a realistic goal of $1 million. They want to make $1 million in revenue in this new division over the coming year. And they passed it. It was beyond what, I mean, I just talked to them yesterday. They got all their numbers in from 2025. Not only did they bypass the original logical goal, but they also just crushed it and almost met the goal that is the one that you don't have a chance of making that goal, but let's put it out there anyway. That's exactly what they did. They got close to hitting that. So what was the difference? Well, believing that they could respond intelligently. It really started from that because, I mean, if you look back at the beginning of 2025, almost everybody was on hold. I mean, we were just watching to see what the heck was going to happen with the new administration and all of that. So a lot of businesses were on hold. They were not in any kind of lofty place, but they still made it happen regardless of the economy. So the key is that they used a proven business longevity blueprint. And that's what I'm going to introduce to you right now. And here it is, very quickly, very briefly: highlight fragility, expand lead paths, respond with intention, enhance with AI, stay in action mode. Take a picture of that if you want. I'm not going to cover every single one of those in less than 10 minutes. I just want to highlight a couple of them for you. And the first one is to highlight your fragility. Everybody has something that they're fragile. If it breaks, all of a sudden your business is completely on hold. Most people don't fail because of bad decisions. They fail because of not only the fragility that exists that you know about, but it's the ones you don't know about that are the worst. They just come, it's like a sneak attack. They just come up from nowhere. It's like, oh, yeah, I've had that fragility for the past 5 years and never did anything about it. So I ask you today, what is that one thing that could hold you hostage if it slowed down or completely stopped? What is that one thing? Whatever just came to mind right now, write it down. This is an action step for you. Don't just think about it and I'll have to think about that later. Remember, no, write it down. This is an action step for you. You might not remember it 10 minutes later, but it came to your mind from your subconscious for a reason. So be ready to take action with that. Fragility is not about revenue. It's about dependence. So if you're not getting all the revenue that you're looking for, the first thing that you should look for is what is preventing things from happening because I'm dependent on other things happening. It's all about fragility. After 9/11, I had to audit my own company because talk about paralysis. The planes were stopped. I mean, everything was stopped in our country and around the world. So I had to really take a close look at where I was exposed myself so that I could make sure that my company was going to thrive. So I'm not just preaching this from a conceptual standpoint, but I've lived it and learned it. And once you do this once or twice or three times, you get the hang of it. So I'm looking at 2026 and I'm not even paying attention to the economy because I've got the plan that has worked so well for me and others. So let's go into just a little bit more depth real quick. So look at your fragility factors, but then number two is expand your lead paths. As in my introduction, I have 128 specific things you can do to attract sales opportunities. That does not mean that you need to do all of them. It means you need to just choose 10, 15, 20 that are perfect fits for you. And then remember, as you're doing all that lead gen and all the opportunities that you're taking advantage of, the key is visibility, relationships, authority, and community. It all comes back to those four things, and that is what pushes your business forward. So expansion does not mean you're doing everything. It means refusing to do only one thing. A couple more things here, a couple more points for maybe for you to write down. And sometimes that means eliminating things that you like to do so that you can focus on what more people need from you. A few years ago, I had to really streamline what Here Next Year offered to people because I realized I could help so many more people on a larger scale throughout the world. The goal is not just growth at all costs, but it's about being here next year, both personally and professionally, your business and you. So there needs to be a sense of balance. Now, in the full keynote, you're going to be introduced to lots of other components. I call it the HERES framework, part of Here Next Year. And I explain the highlight of fragility and then expand your lead paths. There's also respond with intention, enhance with AI, but we're going to hold off on that for another time. Most importantly is to stay in action mode. So I invite you to just go deeper with me if you would like. That's where the most tactical methods begin. And that's where lead gen, authority building, expanding reach through writing, speaking, internet marketing, all that comes into play. And just keep this in mind. 2026 is the best time in history to be a business owner or a company leader. When things appear sketchy, businesses that endure don't quit or become paralyzed, they respond. So, my wish for you and your business is for you to be here next year.